The name is Liru and the show is Motivational Talk. Today in the studio I'm joined by two ladies who have been doing an amazing job in Zimbabwe. They are from My Beautiful Home and they are going to be telling us more about My Beautiful Home. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you, Liru. Thank you for inviting us.
You're very welcome. May you please introduce yourselves to the viewers?
My name is Veronique and I'm French, but I'm Zimbabwean by heart.
Wow, that's awesome. And yourself?
And I am Zimbabwean, born and bred, and my name is Shula.
Wow, you ladies have been doing a very good work. May you please explain to us what do you mean by My Beautiful Home? What is it all about?
Well, My Beautiful Home is started as a competition.
Yes.
In 2014.
Yes.
And now we are more than a competition because we are trying also to boost the community of the villagers, the artistic women in the Matopos.
Yes.
With to help them with improving their life with extra activities. But we started with the artistic women.
Competition.
So
Okay.
I should tell you a bit of the history.
Yes.
Is that Veronique is a cyclist and loved the Matopos, and that was where she saw the first painted huts.
Oh.
And that inspired her to have a competition. So that was, which year was it?
In
First
2014, we started with 30 competitors, and this year we had 800.
Wow, that's awesome. But from my own understanding, My Beautiful Home is for people who are based in Matopos, like the Bulawayo side, Matebelele side of Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
Why haven't we expanded to the rest of Zimbabwe yet?
We've expanded to 800, and that was a huge task, believe you me, because everyone's a volunteer.
Yes.
So we need resources as well.
Okay.
We need vehicles that can manage those really bad roads.
Yes, yes.
We need people to drive those vehicles, cameras, mobile phones, so that we can have the GPS points. We need fuel.
Yes, I understand all that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just to manage that and have everyone participating. So what is really valuable is that the chiefs, the village heads, the councillors and so on have been involved.
Yes.
So actually they've developed that skill of managing the program.
Yes.
So, you know, I think this is one of the really, truly valuable things, as Veronique was saying, that we're enabling.
Yes.
So, for example, there's now the rocket stove training. It started with a trainer who wasn't part of My Beautiful Home. But now the trainers are the villagers themselves, the ones who become really skilled at it.
That's awesome.
So they're actually facilitating that, and some are actually making money from making those rocket stoves. And that came about through this book, which was presented to
the Bele Art and teacher. Yes.
An ex-Zimbabwean who used to farm out at Fort Rixon.
Yes.
And he's an environmentalist.
Okay.
And when he saw this, he was inspired to donate a prize of the rocket stove, the equipment for the rocket stove and the initial training. And that he does every year because he feels that he would like to see less use of wood. And of course these rocket stoves use only, as somebody said, just a few little twigs.
Yes, I've seen them. Yeah. Okay, this is amazing. So for someone who doesn't really understand the competition, may you just explain in brief what it is really about? How do you judge how do you select the winners, and what exactly does the winner has to do in order to impress the panel?
Well, that's another huge task, and that takes a lot of skill.
Yes.
Computer skill as well, which you can describe.
We try to have the maximum of people to judge because we feel that there are so many beautiful homes. it's very personal. If you like this one rather than this one.
Yes, yes.
So if we have a maximum people judging, then we put this on the computer,
Yes.
and the computer will say, okay, we'll count the numbers of likes for one home.
Okay, that's amazing. So is there a limit of the number of times that someone can compete? For example, if Miss So-and-so competed last year, is it possible for her to compete again next year? Or next year you're now looking for new people altogether?
Oh no, certainly not. We allow people to
Complete year after year.
Yes, and to improve their skills. Because that's what you see year after year, a tremendous explosion of talent.
Talent and new ideas.
And
So every year when the rain comes, it washes off the paint because it's purely, it's totally organic.
And it's organic, yes.
To
I noticed.
qualify, you have to
Oh.
use organic paints. You can't use a wood paint.
Yes.
So all the paints come from crushed rock or
Yes.
different types of soil or leaves.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes, I've noticed that. I've
Yeah.
noticed that.
Ashes, charcoal.
so it gets
Yeah.
washed
Black.
off and then the new designs come.
Oh.
So we've seen a wonderful progression as those souls who are living out in the Matopas are exposed to newness. So from the traditional chevron designs, some very complex
Mhm.
and interesting designs have come, and even you can see paint techniques emerging.
Yes.
Even though they haven't been taught paint techniques,
Yes.
it's very, very interesting to see how naturally these techniques have developed and how using a particular, because really most people have much the same resource,
Mhm.
but you'll find that some are actually getting a soil from a distant place
Yes.
and creating a new color.
Yes.
But when you see how varied the designs are and how differently the colors work together,
Yes.
you really see incredible artistic expression.
So amazing.
With very few colors, you
Yeah.
can have total different designs. And this is very interesting. With the same 4 or 5 colors,
Yes.
you do something.
Amazing.
Yes.
And you can get everything, all the different types of expressions, from serious expressions, from expressions from the environment, with the trees and the animals and so on.
So basically, they can actually tell a
human.
story with their paintings.
Absolutely.
Wow, I like that. You know, I actually attended the final competition, or was it the prize giving day? Yes, and I saw a lot of companies donating prizes like Kango, Amara. So are you getting the support that you want, or you still need more companies to come on board? And do those companies support you on a yearly basis, or is it a once-off thing?
Yes, we are also looking for many more sponsors, because we are trying to reward everybody. We feel like the best one will receive the best
Yes,
prizes.
but for just competing,
Even the
you need to get something.
Yes, even the smaller artist, the worst one,
Yes.
will receive a little something, and you'll find out that because he received something, she received something, the following year she might be the winner.
Yes,
Because
yes,
of the
because of
incentive.
the motivation.
This
So-
is a lot of hard work.
Yes.
You have to go and gather your materials.
Mhm.
You need water.
Yes.
That means walking sometimes 2 kilometers.
Mhm.
Hopefully you won a wheelbarrow last year and you can actually go and fetch the water in a
Yeah,
wheelbarrow.
yeah. Oh,
You
it
know?
took the tank.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm learning, since we're doing that, I'm learning about African culture.
Mhm.
Because then they came, in the beginning we were rewarding only the best ones.
Yes, yes.
So then they came to us, they came to me and they said, but this is not what we do in Africa.
Oh.
Because in Africa there is no such a thing as a competition.
Oh,
We
that's
don't,
it.
you know, Africa is sharing.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and
Oneness.
encouraging. So the community, all the community must benefit from something.
You know what I like about this is the fact that when they came to you and explained that you were not like we are the owners of the competition, we're going to do whatever we want. You were like, okay, fine, I'm going to learn from you as well. So it becomes a mutual relationship.
So they came to me and they said, all right, we can't only reward the competitors, you also need to reward the village heads, and they can't receive little something, they must receive something
Substantial.
Yeah,
substantial, good enough.
Yes.
And because they are the traditional leader, we feel that we can't receive without giving them.
Exactly. Wow.
So we are learning.
That's amazing.
But what has been interesting about this competition for me is that our donors have been largely, actually predominantly, from Zimbabwe.
Wow.
We haven't been the begging bowl of Africa.
Wow.
People have generated from within.
Yes.
And I feel that this is a very powerful aspect of it, is that that can be sustained. Yes, there have been some supporters because Veronique's French, and so of course she has friends in France, and some finances come, but the companies here have been fantastic.
It's not big money like you would know NGO will receive $10,000, $20,000, things like that.
Yes.
We don't have this. If we try a crowdfunding campaign, we receive $20 from this one, $20 from that one, and maybe sometimes they say, please can you buy a wheelbarrow?
Yes.
And so on the wheelbarrow you will have the name of the friend who has donated.
Yes.
And maybe sometimes if he comes to Africa, we take him to the villager and say, look, this is the wheelbarrow that you donated.
Wow.
So this is where your money went.
You know, I like the fact that you have learned African culture, but what's that one thing that you have also taught the villagers from your own background?
I think that they've learned, I mean, we've introduced certain things, because of the willingness of certain, like the rocket stove, that creation of the rocket stove.
Yes.
So there was one participant, and she had a much bigger stove. And I said, well, how did you design this? She said, I'm the principal of the rocket stove.
Oh.
See, so they've taken it a step further.
Yes.
And now they have learned beekeeping, and the Matopa Research Station has been teaching them about growing certain crops. So I think that, I mean, I wouldn't like to say our culture, but certainly things that may facilitate their life for them, enable them. I mean, you could say, okay, water collecting from a gutter into a JoJo tank is part of
Yes. I like that.
What we didn't teach them anything. They know they are talented and they are. What we have brought to them is some recognition and the idea that what they do
so that the world can see
is interesting and they can do better, and that is what we have brought to them, is a kind of pride and recognition from the rest of the world, because we have a Facebook page, and from that Facebook page, Australia, America, Germany, Israel, they're all China.
They're all watching.
They're all watching.
Wow.
What they do.
I can see you have got some books with you. May you please explain to me what these books are for?
We had a few articles in the
you can be showing
Zira magazine.
Yes.
So that it's a travel Air Zimbabwe.
Wow.
In Flight magazine.
Yes.
We had the same one with the High Life, which is British Airways. In Flight magazine. We had an article here also.
Wow.
And this is more an academic study.
Yes. And that was a book that was started because of My Beautiful Home. And my colleagues of the team of the previous years, they did this book with the US Ambassador Fund. So they received some money to make this book and a video, and it's talking about My Beautiful Home, but it's also talking about the history of the area, the architecture and the culture.
Wow.
Because the colors have a particular symbolism.
Yes, yes, I can see that these are actually stories. Wow, this is amazing.
Yes, and what is interesting in this book also is that you can see that from one year to another year,
Yes.
there's a big improvement.
Yes,
in
yes.
some of the huts.
Yes.
So they become very house proud as well.
So the book is to preserve the culture,
Okay.
to explain the culture of mud hut painting.
Okay, okay, I like that. What's the vision? Where are we going with My Beautiful Home?
Well, we hope that it will eventually be bring in tourists.
Oh,
Yeah, because it has to be
Yes.
sustainable,
Yes.
and we can't increase the competition to that extent unless we have some big donor who gives us enormous amount of funding. We can start to pay people and that kind of thing. So I think that that would be the next step, is to encourage people to visit the huts. I know a lot of local people are waiting for us to do a tour.
Yeah, of
For
course.
them to see, they're very excited about them.
Yes.
And,
So basically we're saying, okay, we can now start having people coming from Lomboshawa or other parts of Zimbabwe. Let's start in Zimbabwe and traveling to Matopos to see the huts.
Yes.
And then that way the program itself can generate money as well.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
yeah. And
I
that
like
can
that
also
idea.
keep a certain amount of money coming into the homes.
Okay.
Because one of the things is that the women have now got recognition from their families.
Yes, yes.
Their self-esteem is increased.
Uh-huh.
They're more self-sufficient.
Mm.
They have a stronger position in the home.
Yeah.
So, there are many very valuable things that have come from it. And the kids, of course, are now learning how to paint.
To paint the homes
Yeah.
as well. Wow, I like that. What kind of support do you need as of this moment? From the rest of the world, from Zimbabwe, from the media?
With anything you do, you need funding.
Okay.
Obviously, we'd like to be able to increase the value of the prizes, especially for the lower groups,
Yes.
and bring more benefit into the community projects. For it would be wonderful if we could put down boreholes, if we could increase the capacity of the schools.
Okay.
We
Yes.
could help with the books, with textbooks, whatever else they need at the schools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of vision that the communities at large can benefit.
Wow.
Yeah.
If we want to keep this number of 800, maybe next year it will be 1,000.
Yes.
So we need more and more funding,
Yes.
because you need to find the prizes. You need to you want to train more people so they can sustain themselves. We want to encourage art, but we
Yes.
want to develop the area thanks to the art.
Yes.
So the women, we want to empower the women, but the artistic women.
But growing from
Absolutely.
the tradition, from a traditional base,
Yes.
so that we're increasing their original capacity. Growing from that, we're not coming and saying, take on a Western value here,
Yes.
and teaching them something that is not that accessible or well understood by them, but gradually growing from their roots
From what they
upwards.
know. I like that.
We want them to be able to stay in the Matopos and live their traditional life, but with the benefit of the modern society, like solar power, Jojo tank, you have the rain the rain harvesting. So it means that they will live the same way, but they can survive. They can live better.
Yes.
But they can stay in the Matopos instead of to leave the Matopos. They can stay, make a business, eggs,
Yes.
grow layer hens.
Yes.
I mean, breed layer hens. They could sell eggs. So we are encouraging to sell eggs. to sell these rocket stoves. You don't have to do long distance walking. So you improve life.
Yeah.
So art, we start from the art, but art will help us.
A broader vision altogether.
The art will help to create more beauty and a beautiful home. So it means that the children are proud now of their mother or their grandmother because their home looks so
beautiful,
neat and pretty, and they are proud to be part of it. And then from there, you can start small business like eggs, like rocket stove, like honey.
Wow.
So this year we are starting the honey production.
Yes.
So this will feed the family, but on top of that, it will bring a little bit of income.
Yes.
And they can stay in the Metropos instead of
moving to
the
cities and becoming overcrowded.
Because it's a beautiful life out there.
And keep the tradition.
And they're very close, and they're very happy people.
Yes.
You know, and so just to enhance that life and make it sustainable.
Wow, I like that. Any last words to the viewers?
Anyone?
Last words.
Come and visit the house.
Yes, come and visit the house in Zimbabwe. Like you've heard. Any last words, Veronique?
No, I want to start. I don't want to last. I want to start word. I don't want to last word.
The starting word.
There's no end. There's only a beginning.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a beginning of a new life.
Yes.
We want the beginning of a new life in the Metropos. We want to find alternative way of life. We don't want to end now.
I like it. Thank you so much, Zimbabwe, for watching. Personally, I'm motivated. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming to the show. Visit Metropos and see the beautiful homes. I've been there myself and I liked everything that I saw. Let's support our women. Let's beautify our homes. Let's nurture our culture. Until next time, remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Remember to share this video and to take care of others and yourselves as well. From me and the team from My Beautiful Home, it's bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.